Hey everybody, Sandals here, and today I just want to have a little talk about Hunt Showdown. Some of the things I feel could help you as a hunter out there in the bayou grow and just have a good time. So if you guys learn anything from this video or find it useful in any way, a sub would be much appreciated. And yeah, just any type of love to the channel would be immensely appreciated. You can drop some comments, maybe some things I'm wrong about, or maybe you guys have some different opinions, which is also cool. Help everyone else that's checking out the video. And yeah, without further ado, let's just get into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is playing with friends, or with the random partners option that you can choose. So this is good just in the sense that you're not alone out there. The bayou is a dangerous place, okay? Having another person out there to just have your back is always helpful. It just gives you a lot more options. If you go down, maybe you went down doing something stupid and you're like, man, if you were solo, you'd be like, man, if I just didn't do this, I could have still been playing. If you had that extra teammate there, they could pick you up and you could have a second chance. It also, gives you someone else to get shot at, so not all the pressure's being put on you. And it also just helps because playing solo, especially starting out in Hunt, playing solo is very difficult since there's no solo only option unless you play quick play, but that's just a waste of time in my opinion. So yeah, some people might say that playing with a random is not the best because, I don't know, they'll shoot at a certain time when you are trying to get an angle and then, they blew your cover. And yeah, that's true, that can happen and that can mess up things badly, but you kind of need to learn how to deal with that. There's no point in that happening and being like, oh, I lost because my teammate did that. No, you should learn how to deal with that so that you don't lose because of a teammate next time. Because honestly, that's not a very good excuse, especially in a game like Hunt Showdown, when you can very, very easily do stuff on your own. It's not teamwork intensive, okay? You can play the game by yourself, it's just more difficult. So yeah, just playing with friends or even just with randoms, I think it's just going to be highly beneficial in the long run, as it just gives you that little extra bit of help, especially when you're starting out to practice and figure out really what you even like about this game, which guns you want to run, and yeah, it just gives you that extra bit of freedom, if I could say, which is quite contradictory because you have another person to worry about, but hey, it is what it is. My second thing I want to talk about is to not be scared, okay? I know when I started playing Hunt a year ago maybe, I was so scared of this game. I would spend the entire match crouching around, and it's just such a waste of time. I understand that stealth is of course a very big part of this game, but it can take away a lot, because if you're worrying so much about not being heard, you might miss out. They might run away. Let's say you're at the bounty place and it's been banished and they've picked it up. You're trying so hard to not get caught, and then they end up just running away, and there you lost the bounty. Didn't even get into a gunfight, nothing. You just crouched around there. That's, I think, the worst thing that can happen in a game, is to not engage with any other hunters, even though that is the scariest part about it. So yeah, this is also just going to help you in terms of practicing gunfights, especially direct gunfights, when you're both looking at each other, peeking the same angle and trying to shoot each other. Just great practice for that. And it just makes the game more interesting and fun. If you spend an entire match trying so hard to not be seen by any hunter, that's so boring. What kind of action do you get from that? You get nothing. And even if you do get a kill, it feels so effortless, I don't know, that's just how I feel about it. I feel that just not being loud, but just being a bit more reckless in the game can provide for some really fun times. So yeah. Right, my third point that I want to talk about is teamwork, the vital part of Hunt Showdown, which we kind of did discuss in the first thing, but I just want to I want to say some other things about it. So, I think my best advice when engaging in any type of PvP gunfight in Hunt Showdown would be to stay close to your teammates, but at the same time staying far enough away from them so that you have an angle that applies pressure to the enemy team. So, you know, let's say you guys are coming up on a compound and you're right next to each other. You can say, okay, you know, this teammate, he's going to carry on going forward. I'm going to go a little bit to the left so that if he gets engaged, I'm at a far angle, you know, to the left, which could surprise the enemy team. You could also use that as a flank if you really wanted to. Vice versa, you know, works the same. You know, if your teammate here is you getting shot at, he's got that right angle that he can have on the enemy. Second thing I want to talk about in the teamwork category is to not crowd your teammates, please guys. This is a plea, this is a cry for help here. It's so annoying to be, you know, walking around in the bayou and, you know, you hear some gunshots and then your teammates are right behind you. Like, it's the opposite of what I just discussed about, you know, getting those different angles from your teammates. Because if you're both peeking the same angle, you'll both die really easily, and it just doesn't make sense. The third thing I want to talk about in the category is to just help your teammates out, guys. If you can see they're getting rushed by 4 zombies, pull out your knife and just oversee things a bit. You know, if you can see he's getting rushed, he's out of stamina, you know, go help him. Nothing's worse than being left by your teammate to just be overrun by dogs, witches, whatever, you know. You always want to help out your teammate, because if they lose a health bar, they become a lot less valuable to you as well. So you kind of want to make sure your teammate's good so that he can fight longer. Another thing is pinging things. You know, pinging things, this is all just teamwork etiquette right now, you know. It's just ping things, man. Like, even if you think they'll get annoyed, they probably won't. Okay, I don't get annoyed when people ping things. Maybe if you double ping things that aren't really important, like double pinging crows, that's not good. So if you don't know what double pinging is, it's when you double click the ping button, it does a sort of a louder ping and it's like red. So that one would only be useful for immediate threats, such as enemies. If you see an enemy, you know, you double ping that to let them know, okay, there's enemies there. But for the rest, I mean, just normal pings would be fine, you know. Things like orange consumable boxes, always nice to ping for your teammates so that they can grab another consumable. Birds and dogs, so that they know, okay, there's birds and dogs there, don't go there. We might aggro them, and, you know, birds give your position away and dogs are just annoying. XP files and papers on the walls, those are just always nice to pick up in the match, you know, you get some extra buffs at the end. So yeah, and then of course the enemies, you know, you gotta double ping them because that's very important. Even I find pinging the boss's lair is also quite helpful, you know, because sometimes you get to a compound, there's like 3 buildings and you guys don't really know. And pinging just, you know, which clue you want to go for could also help. So yeah, just ping things. I mean, if you don't want to talk to them, which I don't know why, but I am quite shy in the game, so I don't really like to talk. So if you're like me, you know, pinging things and typing in the chat is really helpful. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I mean, this was a very short video. I don't really do these guides. I don't know. It's just not something I'm used to doing. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to make another one, properly explaining what I'm actually trying to say in this one. But oh well. Let me know if you guys, you know, want another one. If you want a specific one, you know, maybe talk a bit more about PvP or talk a bit more about the bosses, which I didn't talk about in this video, because I'm not gonna lie with you guys, this is kind of just a random advice video. You know, anyone that's starting out in Hunt, you know, watch this video, just add this to your collection of beginners videos that you're watching. You know, I'm pretty sure you'll learn something from this video. So yeah, if you guys have anything else, you know, any conflicting thoughts, any thoughts you want to add, put them in the comments. I'll pin them if I feel they're valid, because yes, I'm the all-controlling master of this video. And yeah, So don't forget to like, subscribe, share with all your friends that are maybe starting out in Hunt, or even just considering buying it, you know, that's always cool. And yeah, I'll see you. Goodbye.